What's up, guys? Freaking Royal Madman here. We are doing the hydro now. So we got the 4AGE that was in the drift car. It is swapped into the silver car. I got suspension bits. Basically, we'll go over it really quick. Center roll correctors. T3 offset rack spacers. Basically for more angle, and then excessive should be 0 Ackerman knuckles. So I still got those to go on the car, and then sorting out what I want to do with the front coilovers because I really want preload. That's a discussion for a different day though. Right now we're working on the hydro, mounting up the chase base, like pullback style hydro. So this is what I have. What up, guys? Freaking Royal Madman here. If you can't tell, it is a different day. So I got the hydro in. I shot some B-roll. That's either going to be before or after this clip, but I'll throw that in there so you guys can see the car and the hydro, how I got it set up and stuff. It ain't perfect, but for working with what I have and doing the plate myself, the plate is super sturdy, and I got all the brakes to work. So the reason why this is a different section of the video from when I first started, so basically you've seen the kind of the plate design. I think I was drilling it out. It was pretty much prep. I got some photos of the plate finish before putting it on, so I'll throw those in this video as well so you guys can see that. But shortly after that, as I was installing the hydro setup, bleeding the brakes was kind of a struggle. So it was nothing to do with chase bays, nothing to do with how I ran the lines or anything like that, because the lines were already in the car. The fittings I got, which I'll show you in a second, they work good so far, no leaking anywhere. I spent probably, it wasn't 24 hours, but it sure felt like it. Basically between 2 days, it felt like I spent a whole day bleeding the car, air bleeding it, vacuum bleeding it. And I neglected to check my rear brake setup. Basically, this is a drum brake car, and what was happening was every time I pumped the brakes, I would lose pressure. Same thing with the hydro. It didn't matter which one I did. And what was happening was I was overextending my wheel cylinders, because yet again, they're drum brakes, so they have 2 pads. And the mechanical, like, self-adjusters, basically, so you don't have to get back there and adjust them every single time you start losing pads, those were seized. So the pads were stuck in, and the wheel cylinders were only allowed to push them out so far. So anytime I went to bleed the brakes, it was never making contact with the drum. After, what I ended up doing was just disassembling the whole drum brake system, cleaning everything up, obviously, as I went. The pads were still okay. I ended up ordering new ones for shortly in the future, just so I don't have to have the car down. Disassembled the drums and took the self-adjusters completely apart, cleaned them up, manually adjusted it. So the pads, basically you want a little bit of friction between the pads and the actual drum when you slide it on. Did all that. went ahead and did one more quick little bleed. It probably wasn't necessary, the brake system, and then this is what I got. So see if I can get this to, here we go. So we got the fittings, basically the chase base, the Willwood, they have it coming out the side. This came with the chase base, this inner fitting, which is a 3AN, and then a 3AN fitting for the input. So I took a 3AN to 3AN straight and went to a 3AN to like brake hardline, which for Toyota I believe it's like 10M by 1.00 or something like that, and it goes straight into a brake line. It's not the prettiest thing, it's not the cleanest thing, but it works. These lines were already previously ran in the car. They were just kind of tucked back here. But let's see this hydro. Got pressure there. I gotta adjust this a little bit. I gotta do a little bit more fine tuning. This has nothing to do with their design. This is just me needing to tweak it a little bit more. And then we got brake pedal. It doesn't go all the way to the floor anymore, so it doesn't matter if I use the brake or if I use the hydro. It's freaking awesome. So I'm pretty pumped. Basically, adding the hydro ended up showing some of the flaws in my brake system, so I ended up fixing a bunch of stuff. That's what took a little bit longer. And then I ended up breaking my tie rods on the front of the car. If you follow my Instagram at Royal Madman, you can see all that fun nonsense. It happened in between this video and after getting the hydro installed and stuff. What's up, guys? So we're freaking inside. It was too cold outside, and for whatever dumb reason my GoPro decided not to film my outro, so we're doing it in here. Little glimpse into my freaking office. It's coming along. So as you've seen, we got the hydro installed. I talked about roughly in between all that, had some issues with my front end, busted a tie rod. That's a whole different thing. If you want to see what went on there, what parts went on the car, it's going to be on my Instagram at Royal Madman. Some of it I don't feel super comfortable with. I changed so much stuff. My previous tie rod setup somewhat worked, and that's what I currently have in the car now, except all new parts. But I ordered some new stuff to kind of change it and see if I can make it a little bit better, I suppose. So we'll play with that, and I'll do a video shooting that, and then you guys, if you don't look at my Instagram, then you'll see I'll go through and talk about all the stuff that I put on all the new stuff that's on the car and everything that's been done since the hydro and busting my front suspension and all that stuff. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for checking out my videos, and edits are slowly getting there. Just give me some time to get used to all this. I'm gonna set some goals and stuff to upload twice a week. So there's gonna be a new video coming out this week or this weekend. Actually using the hydro and testing out and having some fun, hopefully burning some tires. So thanks for checking me out. Later, guys.